everyone, welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. If you're looking for a very quick yet still incredibly simple stitch to use for your crochet project, then this is the one for you, or it very well could be anyway. This stitch works up really quickly. It's really simple. It gives you perfectly straight edges, as you can see here. And it's a 1 row repeat. It is literally just one stitch worked over and over again, and it looks really nice. I'm just using some leftover yarn for this sample project, but it's really pretty. Let me just zoom out a little bit more. But you can see as it works up, really simple, really beautiful, and when you haven't got somebody here trying to pull out all your stitches, it's actually a little bit easier to look at. Anyway, we're just going to jump straight in. You can use absolutely any yarn that you want and just use whatever hook size your selected yarn recommends. I'm using a chunky yarn, and so I'm using the recommended 6mm hook. So we're just going to go straight on with the tutorial. So obviously you'll be starting with your slip knot on your hook, and then from there you're just going to create a chain. There is no multiple for this stitch. You will just chain as many as you like until it is as wide as you need it to be for whatever you're making. So you'll literally just chain as many as you need. Once you've completed whatever size chain you need, we're going to work back along. And to start off this project, I like my starting chains to just be a little bit more secure, so I'm just going to do a row of UK doubles or US singles just to give it a little bit more of a firm start. So into the second chain from the hook, you'll insert, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and that's a UK double, or in the US these will be your single. So insert, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and you'll just do one of those into every single chain all the way along. Once you get to the end, you're going to turn your work, and at this point you can either chain 3 or you can do what I'm about to do, which is to insert my hook straight into this very first stitch, going through the whole of that stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and then go behind the post of that stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both. And that gives us a treble height stitch, but without a gap that you might get by using the chain 3. That is going to count as our first stitch for this row. So we're now going to move on to this next stitch, and this is where we will be starting our proper extended stitches. So you go into yarn over, insert into that next stitch, yarn over and pull up, and then you'll stop there with 3 loops on your hook. You go into yarn over and pull through the first loop only. So you'll still have 3 loops on your hook. Then you will yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we'll do that again. So yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up, and then yarn over, pull through the first loop and stop, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'll show you one more time. So yarn over and insert, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is what you will do all the way along, and I will meet you towards the end of your row in just a second. So I'm just going to work into my very final stitch of this row, and that is how we are looking. So obviously they do look similar to obviously your normal trebles, but it just gives them a little bit of extra height and a little bit of extra bulk all the way along. So when you're ready to start your new row, again you can either chain 3 and turn, or you can turn and do your treble height stitch in the exact same way as we did on the last row. And if you're not 100% on keeping your edges straight, then always make sure that you pop a stitch marker into the top of that stitch that you've just created, just through the top of here. That way, when you come to work backwards and forwards, you'll know exactly where your final stitch of the row needs to be placed. And then you're just ready to start your next row of your extended trebles in the exact same way as before. So you'll start into the next stitch along and you will do your stitch as normal. And you can just work that stitch in rows for as many as you want until your project is the size that you want it to be. And I just think it's just a really simple variation of the treble stitch, but it just gives it a little bit of extra detail. And like I say, it's just that little bit taller, but works really beautifully. So you should be able to continue with that stitch to create absolutely any project that you want to. But that is it for the tutorial. I really do hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have, please do make sure that you let me know in the comments. And as always, I will just give you the little snippet of the helper, who is always here and on the payroll these days. I'll see you for another one really soon, but thanks as always for watching, and bye for now.